Helen Yee here at Xtreme Couture. Always great to be joined by the one and only Mr. Jake Shields. First off, Happy New Year.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, so I know a lot's been going on. I know Mike Jackson, he was officially released out of his UFC contract. What do you make of him being released?
I think he's a total clown. The biggest clown in the sport, bigger than Dylan Dennis. And I think it made sense to release him. He was, I think he had like maybe one win versus a not good fighter, and then 0-2, and then plus he lost to me. So there's another loss on his record. So it makes sense he was cut, and now he goes back to being a nobody.
But it looks like he wants to avenge that loss to you by challenging you to a boxing match, or he said gym of your choice. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. He's a weirdo because hit his trainer up and he said, he's making excuses not to fight me, but he said maybe he'd box me. So I'm like, sure, I'll go box you in the gym. If I'm not gonna do like a pro boxing match with him unless they're paying me really good money. But I'll fight him. I'll fight him in a gym or for free, or if he wants to do an MMA fight, I guess I can hop in there and beat him up. But I don't think we already saw him cry the first time, so that's pretty unlikely.
But it looks like challenge accepted, though, right, from you?
Oh, yeah, of course. I'll fight that. I'll fight that clown anywhere. I was just trying to go beat him up at the gym, but if he wants to fight me somewhere else and get paid, whatever.
But it looks like on the coaching side, you've been doing a lot of great work, right? We saw Patchy mix, we saw the Basharat brothers. So what's going on for you coming up?
Yeah, coach-wise, I don't train a ton of guys, but everyone I train has been doing really good. I got Javed Basharat fighting this Saturday. It's going to be the contender series, then 2-0 in the UFC, so it'll be his third fight. It's fighting a tough 10-0 Brazilian kid. Not an easy fight, but I expect Javed to go out there and keep his undefeated record and move forwards. And then his brother fights, I think, in 2 months. Patchy, a few months off as well. He's in the finals to that Bellator tournament, the $1 million tournament. So it's, luckily all my guys are doing good. And I work with a lot of guys a little bit, but those guys, I run their camps and stuff, so.
Yeah, well, congrats on all the success on the coaching side. And I know someone you saw recently, Nick Diaz, is there any update with him? Because it looks like he's really focused and getting back in shape.
Yeah, no, he's been actually out here training again, which was good because, he wasn't really, I think it's kind of public, known they didn't really train for the last camp. So he's back out here. He's not training like crazy hard, but the fact that he's back in the gym, wanting to work out every day, in a much better headspace mentally than he had been the last couple of years. So it's great seeing Nick, he's like a brother to me. I've known him for, I think, over 20 years now. So it's great seeing him doing a lot better. And I know all the fans want to see him fight again. So that would be great to see a Nick Diaz come back, but with a proper training camp.
Well, who do you think would be likely for him to fight?
It's a tough call, I know it's not. He doesn't like fighting his brother's opponents, but I think Conor McGregor would be a huge fight. Nick Diaz versus Conor McGregor, who wouldn't want to see that? Also Masvidal, it's unfortunate those are both, guys that his brother fought, but those are both, those are two fights that I would love to see, and I think the fans would,
Well, speaking of his brother, is there any update on Nate Diaz and how he's doing?
I know he's doing good. I haven't talked to him about business in a couple weeks, so I had a couple text messages here and there, but it was unbusiness related, so I haven't. I probably should check up and see what he has in the works, because I'd imagine by now something's. Because for a while he couldn't talk to anyone. The UFC contract, he had to wait 90 days. But now he's in that free agency. So, is
there anyone you would like to see him fight?
A ton of good fights. I would like to see him and Mayweather would be cool and interesting. I know Jake Paul wants to fight, good money fight, but I would rather see him fight someone like Mayweather or, we'll see. He's got a lot of options. Even someone like Canelo would be awesome. I know he's in the peak of his prime and such a phenomenal fighter, but the fans would still love to watch that.
Well, speaking of fights that fans love to watch, one in particular coming up, Islam versus Alex Volkanovski. I'd love to get your prediction on that.
Yeah, it's tough. It's like Volkanovski a lot, but it's hard to see him going up a weight and beating Islam. But Alex always gets overlooked too. He's one of those guys who maybe hasn't quite got the respect he deserves. So it's going to be tough, man. That's a hard one to pick. If I had to pick, I'd probably say Islam, though.
And I know that you're someone who spoke about grappling matches. So is there anything lined up for you?
Unfortunately not. I've been dealing with some injuries. I'm finally still almost healthy. So hopefully the next couple months I'll be competing again. It would be nice to do a couple more years of grappling competitions. I still feel like I can go out and train with the best in the world, the younger guys. So nice to get a couple more years of that before I fully retire, or go to the old man's division.
Hey, age is just a number, right?
Exactly. That's what I keep telling myself. Still feel healthy, so that's the important part.
Yes, mindset's everything. And I know, lastly, you're very outspoken on Twitter. What can the fans expect from you coming up?
Just in general, who knows? I'm always doing a lot of things, always talking crap and having fun, and I'm always saying busy, so I'm sure something will pop up.